welcome to this mini lecture. The next 15 minutes, we, Bart, Ruud and Noor, will discuss the paper by Wang and Conspicuous about conspicuous consumption and how women's luxury products serve as signals to other women. First, let us look at the title a little closer. What is conspicuous consumption and how are luxury products defined? Sit back and relax while we explain the main thoughts and concepts of this interesting research paper. Conspicuous consumption is the tendency to purchase and exhibit expensive goods like this Louis Vuitton purse or these Swarovski earrings. It is the purchase of goods or services for the specific purpose of displaying one's wealth. In other words, we buy a Louis Vuitton bag to show others the wealth we possess.
Conspicuous consumption and luxury products go hand in hand. The definition of luxury products is the following: relatively expensive products that provide increased prestige without providing additional utilitarian value.
Excuse me, what is utilitarian value exactly?
Utilitarian value is the value that you, the consumer, receive based on a task-related and rational consumption behavior. For example, you want to buy a bag that fits your laptop. The provided utilitarian value of this purchased bag is that it fits your laptop and that it is comfortable to carry and easy to use. If your bag is from the Gucci brand, you pay a lot of extra money, but the only value added is the brand, and that value is not utilitarian. Anyways, coming back to the story. A lot of research on luxury products has already taken place and the following findings were provided. Luxury products can function to express one's identity, signal one's status, and boost one's self-esteem.
However, the research we read by Wang and Conspicuous proposed another use of luxury products. According to them, luxury products play an important role in male-female relationships. Former findings showed that males use luxury products to attract romantic partners.
Sounds familiar, Bart?
Yes, totally. When I was single, my entire mating strategy was based on wearing Gucci clothes and having Gucci sunglasses.
The research explained how products serve as a sexual signaling system.
I guess people are animals after all.
Exactly.
Alright, enough about men. Can we go to the females now?
Of course. The role of luxury products for females remains unclear to this day. A study done by Stockberger, Sauer and Wijman suggests that women have a more positive attitude and a higher purchase intention of luxury goods compared to men. However, the reason for this phenomenon is not found in their research. The authors of our article suggest that females use the products to deter same-sex rivals who pose a threat to their relationship. No wonder it is still very confusing for men to understand this form of conspicuous consumption.
I agree.
The authors investigated this idea in 5 experiments, each with their own method and findings. We will discuss each study, what method was used, and what was found. In the first study, the authors investigated whether women perceive other women with luxurious possessions as having a more devoted man as their partner. 69 female participants read a description of another woman on a date who was wearing either designer clothes or non-designer clothes. Afterwards, the women were asked if they thought the partner 1. was committed to the woman and 2. loved the woman. Results showed support for the statement that women associate having luxurious possessions with a more devoted partner.
The second study focused on finding out if a mate-guarding motive increased women's desire for conspicuous consumption.
Hey Bart, what's the mate-guarding motive exactly?
Good that you ask. In former research, there was evidence that to be in a successful relationship, partners have to solve at least 2 central challenges. The first one being attracting a mate. To do this, people are more attentive to attractive members of the opposite sex. After obtaining a mate, the second challenge is to retain that mate. This challenge leads to people being more attentive to attractive members of the same sex, who could be a threat to their relationship. A central component of this retaining your mate challenge is mate guarding. It speaks for itself really. Mate guarding is managing the threat of romantic competitors. Back to the question, does mate guarding increase women's desire for conspicuous consumption? The study involved measuring 4 different types of negative feelings that arise under 4 different conditions. Participants were assigned to a condition. They had to read a certain description and their feelings were measured. The measurements were done by asking the participants, after they experienced one of the 4 conditions, to outline a brand logo on one of the chosen products. A larger logo indicated a higher desire for conspicuous consumption. As you can all see in this table, findings suggested that participants who were assigned under the mate guarding condition scored significantly higher on all 4 of the negative feelings that were measured. Additionally, they showed a higher desire for conspicuous consumerism.
Okay, so when women feel threatened by other women regarding their partner, they will desire conspicuous consumption more?
Exactly, you got the point.
However, Study 3 provides an important footnote. 115 female participants were divided into 3 conditions, in which they each had to read a different script. The mate guarding condition, the female control condition, and the self-esteem threat control condition. After reading the scripts, the participants had to indicate how much they would spend on luxury products that they can show off in public versus luxury products that are less publicly visible. Results showed that the females in the mate guarding condition, who read about a woman trying to kiss their partner, wanted to spend more on publicly visible luxury products than on private luxury products. Considering this finding, we can alter our previous statement. The mate guarding condition does not simply increase the desire for every conspicuous consumption product, but only for products that are publicly visible.
So, does this mean that when a woman feels threatened by another woman, she will desire to have something conspicuous that everyone can see? Instead of having a big flat screen, she will probably long for something like a car, jewelry, or shoes?
Indeed, by adding the female control condition and the self-esteem threat condition, the authors also made sure that the effect they found was not driven by a threat to one's self-esteem, nor by the mere presence of another woman.
Let's go on to study number 4. Are you still paying attention?
We are.
Good. Let's hope everyone is, because here's where it gets really interesting. Remember we just talked about women wanting conspicuous luxury products that are publicly visible? Keep that in mind because study 4 elaborates on that idea. Would a mate guarding motive lead women to seek conspicuous luxury products when the products can be seen by other women who pose a threat to their relationship? To examine this, 75 female students were assigned to 3 different conditions to find out whether a female audience, 1, led to a higher desire for conspicuous products, and 2, made the participants want to spend more to win a $200 shopping spree. The conditions were applied to the same way as was done in study 3. Afterwards, the 2 dependent variables were measured and showed us the following. When women are motivated to guard their mate, the desire for conspicuous goods was higher as expected. Next to that result, it also led to more willingness on spending money on a chance to win a $200 shopping spree.
So, this supports the proposed idea that women use conspicuous goods to frighten off other women instead of attracting males?
Yes, very good.
Last but not least, study 5. This study kept its focus on luxurious products, but now with an additional factor being, did the male partner buy the products for the woman? And does this mean he is more devoted to their relationship? The following hypothesis was described. A woman with luxurious possessions should be perceived by other women as having a more devoted partner, unless those other women are explicitly informed that the male partner has not contributed any resources to her luxury possessions. In order to test this hypothesis, female participants were again assigned to 4 conditions, now being luxury product, non-luxury product, man paid, and woman paid. After being assigned to a condition, the women were asked to rate the following 3 questions on a 7-point scale. How much do you think the man loves the woman? How much do you think the man cares for the woman? And how much do you think the man and woman love each other? Looking at the results, the majority of the women rated a man's devotion to a woman much higher when the man himself paid for the luxury products. There was a small to no difference detected when rating non-luxury products. Overall, Study 5 showed more insight on women's tendency to assume that the partner did not only pay for the luxury products, but also that a man is more devoted when buying luxurious goods for his female partner.
So, when I wear my Gucci sneakers to the bar, all the other girls assume that my boyfriend bought them for me?
Yes, and they also believe that he is therefore very much devoted to your relationship.
Didn't Study 5 look at one more thing?
Yes, you are on top of your game. Another potential mediator that Study 5 looked at had to do with the mating strategy of the female seducer trying to pursue a taken man. The authors prompted 2 types of women, the ones following a long-term mating strategy and are interested in finding one committed partner, and the ones following a short-term mating strategy, who seek many sexual partners. This mating strategy turned out to be a mediator. The women following a long-term strategy are generally uninterested in pursuing a taken man. The ones following a short-term strategy, on the other hand, are significantly less likely to pursue a man whose partner is wearing conspicuous goods, especially when he paid for them. So, the big question is getting a Louis Vuitton purse a strategic move in your relationship?
Yes, but only if your boyfriend bought it for you.
So, to summarize, if there are any men in the classroom, if you want to keep your current or potential girlfriend happy, buy her a gift card to a luxury store, as you probably have no idea what kind of brand, model, style or size she wants.
To the women we can say this. According to evolution theory, we might all long for conspicuous goods from our partners, but never forget you are worth loving even if you don't have Gucci sneakers. We hope that we have enriched your understanding of conspicuous consumption and the role it can play in romantic relationships. The previous findings are relevant to understand consumer behavior since they give us an insight into the intention of both men and women when buying or desiring luxurious goods. The findings are both informative for us, the consumers, and for companies in order to know how they should react and reach out to both men and women on the market. Of course, the study also has its limitations. The authors did not examine how women behave when their actual relationship is threatened, nor what the desire of luxury products for a single woman is. The biggest limitation, however, is that the study relied on women from the United States only, which makes generalizing the results very difficult. Also, it is hard to reconstruct real-life situations about this topic. Feelings were now measured after reading scripts and looking at pictures. If anyone is interested in this subject, the limitations mentioned could be a good point of departure for future research. Now, if anyone has a question, please be sure to ask us. We'd be more than happy to help. That said, we thank you for your attention and wish you an amazing day.